Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Good. I'm Officer Kelvin with the Burleson Police Department.
Yay.
Are you all together?
Yeah, we're all together.
Okay. Well, we can chill in here. What's going on?
All right. Go ahead, Mark. You want to go ahead and read from the beginning?
We have well, we're members of the Knights of Columbus up here at St. Anne.
Okay.
And
As if you couldn't have figured that out.
yes, we have a knight who came to us, and from the start, we kind of knew he had PTSD.
Okay.
And some issues, and it also came out that he'd been molested by a priest.
Okay.
In the past, and had issues, and we've been working with him, and things have been going okay.
Did he ever report it?
Back in the day, I would assume so, the way he talked.
Oh, so this was a long time ago. Oh, okay, okay.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
And so we were just kind of helping him over it, kind of thing.
Okay.
And recently, with the scandals in the church,
Right.
he had started sending us some emails earlier in the week, which we got all that stuff there.
Okay.
And he was wanting us to take some kind of a proactive stance from the pulpit, blah, blah, blah.
Okay.
He's also thinking that the clergy are all in conspiracy. And
Okay.
and he's already talked to our priests. I mean, this has
Right.
been dealt with. It hasn't been ignored or anything.
Right.
And in fact, when he came to us and told me about his situation, it was private. He was the one who made it public, I guess. He
Right.
told everybody. So, okay, it was earlier in the week. We had been doing some activities to, promote the proactive approach. We'd gone to an activity in Dallas with a bishop who has
Right.
called for the Pope to do a synod. And so we were with this bishop, so we are showing ourselves as being proactive in this area.
Okay.
And then, again, I was busy in the week, so I asked our community director, Steve here, who is a diplomat,
Okay.
very good. I gave him the information about, look, these are the things we've been doing. Would you please reach out and let him know that we're doing these and that we'll open up the discussion,
Right.
and on, which Steve did, and then I'll let you take over from there.
Okay.
And I did it, and I wrote a very nice little letter to the two knights that were having the problem, and
So he.
all the paperwork. But anyway, got back two very threatening responses, and
Now, there is another knight involved, the Richard Windmann.
So is this just a member of the congregation
Yes.
there? Okay.
he's been on the Knights of Columbus.
Okay.
Now, Richard is the one who was molested and upset. There's another one in here named Robert Osborne.
Okay.
Robert Osborne is kind of like his cheerleader.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Now, we don't think or know of anything
Like-
about Osborne ever having been, molested or anything, and I think there's reason to believe he doesn't know what he's getting into.
Okay.
But he's cheering on old.
So basically, he's like, kind of like helping him out.
Yes.
Just basically,
He's his
with his ally. Okay. Okay. So what were the threatening messages? Can you show me those?
Yeah.
And this was received from Richard.
Richard Windmann.
Windmann.
Well, now, Osborne wasn't threatening, but Osborne was nasty.
Richard Windmann was
Windmann was the one who was molested.
the one that molested. Do you know when that happened, or about when that was like? How old is he?
Well, he's, about 45, 50?
And so this was when he was
When he was a kid.
kid. Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah, no, this
Okay.
is ancient.
I'm just
Yeah.
clarifying that.
Well,
It's just that everything that's been surfacing,
Right.
it's gonna, since he's got the
PTSD.
PTSD.
Okay.
And
Do-
everything that's been surfacing, it's kind of affecting him.
Right. Just kind of mentally.
Never to this point. And
Okay.
It did something, the scandal, he saw something on the news, and
Right.
Bluey.
So basically, he just needs some kind of mental evaluation, just some help and stuff.
Please.
Right. Right.
Now, we are not in a position to approach him
Right.
because he's not open to anything. And we none of us, other than Steve here, that's the only response he's gotten from the council. None of us have engaged in conversation.
So this is what he sent you? Okay. Is this who's Osborne?
That's the backup.
He's the backup guy.
Okay.
Cheerleader.
Is he the one that sent you this up here?
The upper part he sent me at 2:14 this morning.
Okay.
The lower part is Windmann, the original instigator.
So he's telling you not to call him. He's telling you not to call him and to stop. Okay. So he sent this yesterday to you at 7:50.
Yeah, all the bad stuff popped up yesterday.
What does he mean you will not get out of it alive if you do it again? What does that mean? Do y'all?
We
Okay.
don't know, but I feel threatened.
Okay.
You know, he's telling us to do things that we are not able to do, and
Okay. Has he ever stated that he wanted to kill you, or has he ever said that he was going to bring
I've never
it?
met the man.
Bring it. You never met him? Okay.
I don't know who. I wouldn't know if I tripped over him. You know, Mark was getting too involved, and so I took the position and I wrote the letter basically saying, you know, I don't know what you want us to do, but let us know, we'll back you right up, no problem.
So he's
He's pissed.
so he wants to be proactive about the scandals that are going
He
on,
wants us to stand on the pulpit, announce it, and go after the
the
priest.
sex scandals.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, this is what activated it, or reactivated it.
Just because of his history as a child, as when he was a kid.
Yeah,
But he's a knight.
He is
he's a
a,
knight of Columbus.
well, was.
Well,
Well-
he's about,
Yeah.
yeah, he's a couple of days away from being a was, yes.
Right.
Because we can't have him
We can't have
going
it.
around threatening us.
And we have spoken with the pastor. He is aware of this, and it's unacceptable. And he is aware we're here.
Yes.
And the pastor was very clear about this.
And he said, I've got a parish to protect here.
Now, he does not attend Mass on a regular basis, so if he was to come to Mass this weekend, that would be very unusual.
So is he talking about the priest saying, is that the priest, when he says, I'll kill your parents, is that talking about the priest that had molested him as a child that he says?
I don't know.
He said then as a young man, when you realize that it isn't true to say no and for the priest to say, I'll kill your parents.
Okay,
Oh, yeah, the
that
priest-
was the threat given to him when he was a kid.
When he was a
kid,
kid, okay.
Yes. And he's like at his 50s, late 50s maybe, and it's never been dealt with.
Or if it has, it hasn't
It
stuck.
didn't stick. And he is married, and he has a job. He's working for Lockheeders.
He said, I don't have weapons, I have two tools, and I will use them against you if you persist in being evil. I will use them effectively. I don't want ever to receive another candy-ass statement from you again. And going forward, you can address me as Michael.
See, I don't have weapons either, but I'm a carpenter. I have lots of tools.
And the Michael thing is very strange because he assigns all of his previous documents as Richard G. And then all of a sudden now he's saying he's Michael. So something strange is out of our understanding is going on. We've also contacted Catholic Charities.
Okay.
And there is a lady there who would be glad to talk with him.
Where does he live at? Do y'all know where he
Uh,
does he live here in Burleson or does
yes.
we're at here in Burleson? Do you know his address?
I do.
Oh, good. Right.
I'm not aware of the scandal that's going on, but can you just enlighten me what
Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania? Okay.
Yes.
All right.
And they come
Home
down.
priest sex scandal again.
Okay.
Anyway, it's 124 Bent Tree Lane in Burleson.
124 Bench Tree.
Bent Tree.
Bentry.
Bent Tree.
Like BEN.
B-E-N-T.
Oh, Bentry
Bentry Lane
Lane.
in Burleson.
Okay.
76028.
So you sent him an email explaining what email did you send him?
Several pages back.
I'll let you. Do you have your IDs with you? I'll just.
Oh, no, mine's in.
Oh well, you don't have to. I'll just get your name and date of birth. What's your last name?
Von Rosenberg, V as in Victor. If you're looking up records, it might be Gary, because Gary is my official name.
Okay. Is that going to be Gary?
Gary,
Okay.
and I'm the Grand Knight.
Okay. There you go, sir.
Where's my driver's license? When was the last time I took it?
Mark, so if I call you Gary, it's okay?
I'm a junior, so they called me by my middle
Oh,
name.
that's right, you did.
If you don't have it, if you can't find it, I can always get your last name and
Gats, G-A-T-S.
Gats.
G-A-T-S.
What's your first name?
Stephen, with a V.
With a V.
With a V.
What's your date of birth? Okay. So he is a members of the Knight. What is it? Knight of Columbus.
Columbus.
So and that's at St. Anne. So
Here's
he.
what I wrote to him.
Okay.
And he was writing at my request. I asked.
So basically he was molested as a child. He admitted that to y'all, and when he was a kid, he's about 45 years old. He also said that he has PTSD, and then he also wants something done he wants action to take about the whole sex scandal that's going on in Pennsylvania, for y'all to preach in the pulpit,
Yes.
to be against it.
Yes.
And so now y'all have tried to reach out to him, and
Yes.
basically he's saying y'all are not doing anything, and that's why he's upset. Okay.
So what you're reading is the only communication he's had from us.
Now, when did he send you this? You got this email yesterday? Yesterday at what time did you actually read the email? His email. Just an estimate time.
The time's right on it.
I know he sent it. It says here he sent it yesterday at 7:50 p.m. Is that about the time you read it? Around that time? Okay. So he says, he said, if you do it again, you will not get out of it alive.
Missed that.
And then he says,
I think that's directed at the clergy.
Yeah.
directed at the clergy. It wasn't.
Yeah, they don't do anything about it, and they,
And he was accused in the response of conspiring with the clergy and putting
Okay.
together his response.
He says, I don't have any weapons, I have tools, and I will use them against you if you persist in being evil, and I will use them effectively.
That could be
And see that-
in public.
Yeah.
That's what I
And that's what it says. Yeah, it says that later, and it says, if you do not do the right thing and provoke me with another message like this, it's going public. And see, with that,
I'm a carpenter, I have tools too, I have a rigging axe.
right. Well, I mean, you have a right to protect yourself in self-defense.
No, I'm saying,
Right.
he's saying he doesn't have weapons, but he has tools.
Right.
Well,
What
What's
kind
a-
of tools like that, right?
It's
I've
a
got a rigging axe too, so I'm
Right.
assuming he has tools too, so I'm,
right.
you know.
And it's a broad statement when he says that, because it doesn't say anything about I will use them effectively. He never says, I have a pickaxe and I'm going to come after you and kill you.
I think it's
Right.
public relations.
Now, but like I said, I would err on the side of caution. And
That's
then
why we're here.
and then on this thing too is he says and if you do it again, you will not get out of it alive. You said he's talking about the clergy.
I'm pretty sure that paragraph is talking about the clergy
And-
not doing what he thinks they should be doing.
And what does he mean? You will not get out of alive. What do you think that means? What do y'all think that means?
I think it's a direct threat.
It's not a
If
direct,
the clergy doesn't do what he wants them to do.
yeah.
It's
Well,
a direct threat to me.
it's not a direct threat, just because it says if you do it again, you will not get out of it alive. So if you do it, it's a conditional threat. Direct threat is more of you're placing imminent bodily injury. That's assault by threat or terroristic threat. You have to be in fear of imminent bodily injury. Reason why I'm saying that it wouldn't be considered that just because yesterday you received the email. Today you're bringing in today and you're okay today. Nothing happened. And he said if you do. Now, like I said, err on the side of caution. Now, is he going to be allowed back at St. Anne's? Or are y'all going to want him like do you know what times he comes around?
That's gonna be
He
up to-
doesn't, not on a regular basis.
He's not on a regular basis.
Right.
And whether he's allowed back, I mean.
Does he know where y'all live at? Does he know where you live at?
Probably, if he knows how to read the records, has access to that.
Right. I mean, if it's getting to this point, I mean, maybe it's time. I mean, that's on y'all's decision. I can't make that for y'all. It might be best time to cut ties with him if he's going to act like this because,
That we're doing, he will
Right.
no longer be a Knight of Columbus. and-
Right.
And Father,
So-
our pastor is not gonna allow him back in either, but
so he knows all of y'all. Is that right? Okay. But
He
the,
knows us as night, yeah, I guess he knows us.
So-
not on a close personal basis,
Some
but
close
yeah.
right. So all the addresses on your driver's license, are they good?
Yes.
Okay. So as this,
He doesn't really know that I'm he doesn't know.
No, we weren't on any.
hello. Oh, you go right. Yeah, go ahead.
See, direct threat, imminent threat, whatever you want to call it, bottom line, I read it, I got scared.
Yeah.
I
It's
have a family, and I.
right. Right. Well, whatever your addresses are, we'll put you want us to put your residence on close patrol? Do y'all have any information of what he drives? Anything else other than that?
That big truck.
He drives a big truck.
Yeah, but I'm trying to remember, I think it's a Chevrolet.
Do y'all know his date of birth at all? Do y'all know when he was born? Other than
I
these-
can get that, I have that on file back in my office.
No, I'll just. You mind if I get a copy of this? Okay, just
Oh,
give me.
actually, that was.
I can keep. Oh, okay.
That was yours, we have the copies.
All of this is.
Yeah, that's.
Okay, awesome. I'll just keep this.
Absolutely. You want the folder?
No, y'all keep the folder. I have plenty of those. I'm good.
I think the ones that are kind of like in danger would be gas and
Right.
Mark.
Let-
Because I'm not in the email messages.
Do y'all live here in Burleson?
I live in South Fort Worth.
South?
And I'm in Crowley.
You're in Crowley? I would just contact them and just tell them what's going on. Say, hey, could y'all just keep watch from our residents and let them know what's going on, just so they can drive by your residence and make sure he's not coming by. Give them any information you can to him, meaning his truck, his name, and so they can log that and say, hey, he's coming by. If you want to, you can also say, hey, I'd like him criminally trespassed from my residence, meaning that if he comes on your property after he's issued that warning, he can go to jail. Now, for the St. Anne's, whoever is the head person there is over control of everything there. The property has a say-so. Y'all can actually criminally trespass him from the St. Anne's Church over there. And if he comes back on that property at all, he can go to jail once he's issued that criminal trespass. Is that something y'all would like to do?
Well, the father has to decide that.
Okay, yeah, and he would have to want to decide that and give us a call. And,
I'm sure he's gonna want that.
right.
I would assume so.
Right, and I'm aware of this situation. Like I said, err on the side of caution,
And in fact, he probably would want that for Windmann and for us.
especially since he has PTSD.
Yeah.
If anything else comes out, anything else comes up, or he sends any more messages, give us a call. Right now, I'd cut ties with him and block communication. Just block communication from him. Because if he keeps sending you messages or something, just go ahead and delete them.
If we're blocking communication and we don't get it, right?
What's that? Yeah, you don't get it. Yeah, I would just go.
But if he's sending it, wouldn't you want it?
This is where it comes down to, y'all just need to go ahead. Like, excuse me on that. You need to delete all communication with him, block all communication with him, and cut ties with him.
Yes.
Just like when I have people that come in and say, well, they're harassing me. Well, with harassment nowadays, when people are getting messages or something. Now, if there's some way he sends another message to you and it is threatening, and I'm saying, yeah, this, I would, if
But
this
if we're
would,
blocking it, we're not gonna get it.
right, but that's what you need to do, because,
Yeah,
I
no,
mean,
I understand what you're
I'm saying,
saying.
because if he's gonna find a way to send you a message, he's gonna find a way if he wants to really,
What if he's sending us this thing that he's telling us I'm gonna do this tomorrow, and then we're blocked, so we don't know what he's gonna be doing,
Well-
because he already told us.
well, look on this side too, if he doesn't send it to you, he can still do whatever he wants to
Yes,
do.
oh, yes.
Yeah, so blocking is this fact that you're cutting ties with him. You need to make known to him, hey, if y'all want to go with the trespass, you're no longer allowed at this church.
But on the blocking, it
Right.
would have to be a council thing.
Okay,
not
that
just
you would have to go
us.
through your council.
Yeah, we have to shut down.
Right.
And that would have to be the decision of really Father Mel.
Right.
And our district deputy.
And until then, if he sends you any more messages, do contact us. I'm going to give you a card with a VIN number on there, just keep a record of what's going on. Because if something does turn out to happen, we'll have a record of this, and that's really what I'm wanting to just look at these messages, and do keep these messages too.
Yeah, we-
Because there's never ever there's never actual thing that says I'm directly coming after you and I'm going to kill you. That's what we need as imminent or terroristic threat, or assault by threat. That's what we need in those. That's the law. That's how the law reads. Because this is more of erring on the side of caution. Of he sent this to you, you know his mental status. You know that he has PTSD. He was this situation, child. This thing probably, since he has those mental issues with that, this probably flared it up. And like you said, I mean, he needs to calm down from it. And so.
Now, from my experiences with him, I've never felt that he was a physical type like stated here.
Right.
And there's probably an equal chance that it's all air.
Right. But you.
It sounds bad.
But you never know.
You never know. But I'm just saying that we can pray for that too.
Right. Let me get y'all. I'll get y'all cards. We'll have my number and name, badge number, and everything on there, and y'all keep that. If anything that does come up, just make sure you get in contact with us. Like I said, go through your council, block all ties with them, cut ties with them. If so, I'll put. Because how long do you think it would take? Are y'all planning to cut ties with them at the church?
Well, we have to get all that through Father on an official basis.
Okay.
And we'll let him decide how that's going to be done.
Okay. What
Because this is out of a council situation.
What kind of truck does he drive? Do you know?
I think it's a Chevrolet.
Newer model?
I'm trying to think of who I could ask.
Is it, what color it is?
Silver, white,
Silver.
silverish.
Is it like a big jack? Is it jacked up or is it
No, it's not jacket. It's just a full size. I guess you'd call it full size. No, it's not a dually.
full size pickup? Newer model?
Oh, yeah, in 10 years.
Newer model. Okay. And he lives on Bent Tree.
I can read it to you again.
What's
124.
124 Bent Tree?
124 Bentry, Burleson, 76028. I can give you his phone number.
What? I mean, what's his phone number?
It's 682
Okay.
208
Okay.
7800.
Okay.
And that 682 might tell you where he was living when he was molested as a young kid, maybe.
Right. He would have to get in contact with whatever. He would have to come if he wants to ever file anything like that. He would have to contact whichever agency it happened out of. He would have
yeah,
to.
no. I'm sure.
Oh, yeah.
I'm pretty sure it happened.
Right.
It was a local area code here.
It is?
It's Cleburne.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
It's one of the newer.
Do you know anything else about him? But he's just 45 years old.
45 to 50, white hair. And he does have kind of a wild look in his eye.
Okay. Well, I could just tell you this is if he shows up to the St. Anne's and y'all do feel kind of uncomfortable with us, please do give us a call too in reference to that, just because of this.
Well, I spoke with Catholic Charities. We spoke with a guy, the head of the department.
Right.
And he has had interaction with Catholic Charities, so he is on their records. And in talking with her, she was saying, well, give him my number and he can call me. And what we're thinking of doing is getting with her and having her call him
Right.
to reach out. Because we haven't been, and we're not in contact with him. But Catholic Charities is willing to work with him and talk to him. Now, do you think her calling him would aggravate or escalate anything? I'm Catholic Charity. Hi, Richard. I see you're on our books. You want to talk?
I mean, that's
And
a.
she's a trained,
She is a
licensed counselor.
Yes.
I mean, that's up to her and up to y'all. I mean, if yeah,
Do you think it could be productive?
I can't tell you. I can't tell you yes or no because I can't tell you that.
Well, I don't want to do anything to poke the bear.
No, I mean, if she was to just,
Yeah.
hey, listen, I'm working my house. I'm just checking up on it.
And
And you say, well, the next report is what? And then he's gonna go haywire.
He just wants a venue to be heard, I guess. He's overdoing the heck out of it.
It could be only that, or it could be,
Well, this
could
seems
be
to be,
escalated to something else.
this is in Father's court now, because he has to now make the decision that it needs to go to the bishop to hear about it.
And to make a decision if he wants, I don't remember, he said something about, putting a restriction on that.
Yes,
Well, he's the one
Restraining
that-
order. I guess Albert's in play here.
Yeah.
Does he have a daughter?
Not that I know
Oh, Robert Osborne does.
of.
Oh, this is Osborne's message.
Yes, Osborne has a daughter, and they had a run-in before over nothing, but he thinks it's something. So he's still crying about that. These two men can't let anything go.
They are birds of a feather.
So they hang out together. Richard Osborne. Where does he live at?
Okay, I can give you that too.
So he's part of the Knights of Columbus too, right?
Yes, and he's soon to be former. You can't have him
Yeah,
in this
they're
junkie.
both going bye-bye.
Okay, you ready?
Right. Yeah.
10301. So 10301 Buffalo
Okay.
Springs Court. Buffalo Springs Court.
Okay.
Fort Worth 76140.
So why did he send you all these messages?
He was just cheering on Richard.
He's just cheering on Richard. Richard sent him
Yeah.
what he sent me. And they texted back and forth a
Yes.
little bit.
Oh, yeah,
and
Steve's going to tell you about the texting. Tell him that
They were just cheering each other on, saying it's really
not
cool.
knowing that.
But he sent this to you also, right?
Yeah. He,
But in their texting to each other, it was a group text and Steve was part of it. They didn't know that.
I didn't realize that I was it, but anyway. So Robert is doing that. There's a 2 o'clock this morning.
But he didn't say anything threatening to you at all?
I don't look at Robert Osborne's letter necessarily as threatening. I mean, if I dug really hard and dug my nails in, I could probably come up with something, but
Hey.
Osborne he's just a bully, and if you
Right.
blow in his face, he'll run away.
Okay. Do you know, so he lives in Fort Worth and you're about to, so I just cut ties with both of them.
Yeah.
Oh, done.
So basically Richard is just cheering him on and basically on his side and doing the same thing. Let me get y'all some cards and I'll be right back, okay?
Thank you.
Yes.